that work for a nice 8.5 by 11 piece of paper that says, "We did it." If you met me today, you'd probably think my family has a history of being into cars. I mean, it's pretty much all we talk about together. We've traveled the world looking at these hunks of metal, imagining ourselves like I used to in a Stephen Beastie sectional cutout book that I rented at the L.E. Phillips Public Library. But that's not really the case. My dad was an immigrant from Mexico and ultimately became an engineer. He loved who I was and who I became. He was just a bit concerned with where I spent my spare time. RuneScape and Viper Racing from 1998. Success in his eyes looked a bit more like circuit boards than mounting tires. My mom, on the other hand, always told me that no matter what I chose to do with my life, to just be the best at it. That could be a janitor, a trash collector, or with a slightly more trepidatious tone, a race car driver. My mom's job was spent in a hospital and only saw the consequences of cars being driven so fast. So this whole thing was an uphill battle, but cars won them both over as I got older. I managed to take my dad drifting just a couple years ago.
Yes! Wow! Whoa, baby, that's so cool. You have to try this Zelda Gomez.
And I finally convinced my mom to ride in that 700 horsepower all-wheel drive build we did for just a couple minutes.
No, 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 no.
But this next car we purchased was taking all of that to a whole new level. So what did we buy? And probably more importantly, why did we buy it? It might just be better to show you. I've wanted to own an open-wheel car for some time now. After driving an F4 car with Red Bull back in May and spending every day between that and now working on Martini Works and Mazda, I needed to remind myself that these 16-hour days could have a bit of fun between it all. So we got on the hunt for something, anything. The only problem was I had no idea there were so many options. Formula V, 42000s, Chevron B15, F1000 Jedi, Lolas, Rush, ProStar, the list of cars that could equally build you a casket in Canada Corner left me all a little bit confused. It wasn't until I started chatting with Josh from Mazda Motorsports that started our quest down to Joliet, Illinois, to a place called the Autobahn Country Club to look at something called a PFM. Hiding in between the enclosed trailers and million-dollar garages was Havoc Motorsports, home to a shop that maintains one of the largest collections of PFMs, or Pro Formula Mazdas, you can find in the Midwest. But what exactly is a Pro Formula Mazda? Bear with me, because I kind of just learned all of this too. You see, in the 90s, the development of a Formula Mazda debuted and was ran through a series called Star Mazda Series. The goal was to create an affordable, entry-level way to get into amateur racing. By 1998, it grew so popular that it led to a dedicated Formula Mazda class in the SCCA national competitions. By 2004, Star Mazda Series launched a new Pro race car, built by Star Race Cars to take it to the next level, which was sanctioned by both IMSA and supported by Goodyear. And when the series was renamed to Pro Mazda in 2013 after being acquired by Anderson Promotions, the series continued to be a feeder into real professional racing, like IndyCar. Folks like Michael McDowell cut their teeth in these cars, and until the class was discontinued in 2019, the platform remains a scary very awesome platform to race in, even though it may not be as competitive as other open wheel cars in the Formula X category that you'll see these in. Now, could we have gotten a faster car? Maybe. Is this the right car to learn in? I think so, for two big reasons. Very, very selfish, silly, dumb boy reasons. The first big reason is because I've been working really hard to get more into driving cars. In January, we got our first taste at driving internationally at Fuji Speedway with Top Rank Importers. In April, I worked with Mazda Motorsports to get my certification for a novice race car license. And in May, we spent time racing Formula 4s in Miami, and by July, after summer Apex drifting around cars, I was convinced I wanted something that I could learn with. But I always bite off more than I can chew. This will probably bite me in the butt a little bit, but I think we'll manage. The second big reason is, well, Mazda. I've been wanting to work with Mazda Motorsports for a long time. They're one of the only brands that believe in true grassroots racing for the everyday enthusiast. The guy or gal that builds a show car through Martini Works and then decides later in life that they want to drive that Miata on the track is because of what Mazda Motorsports has done with their cars. The Mazda Motorsports memberships have things like exclusive pricing on Mazda OEM parts. You have the best contingency program in all of club racing, all because Mazda loves grassroots racing. These guys do everything. Race car builds, time trials, stuff for shops, racing programs, all the things that you would want a manufacturer to do to try and make racing even more affordable. And I officially get to say that today, with all of that I'm now partnered with Mazda and Mazda Motorsports as a brand ambassador for 2026, which is another reason I chose a rotary-powered open-wheel race car as one of our cars for a vehicle of choice for racing next year. This means that you and I will not only be racing this 13B2 rotor that has a power-to-weight ratio of 4.3, but we'll also get to rest our back afterwards in a brand new Mazda CX-70 Premium, and then spend our spare hours this summer building a spec Miata together for some wheel-to-wheel racing. Getting to drive this car for the very first time at the weirdest track ever, USAIR, was an absolute riot. There was absolutely no way to get this car up to speed, but it made cool noises, and with the freshly rebuilt engine, it should be good for a season of hard driving. I should probably be clear though too. Mazda Motorsports did not buy this for me. This all came out of pocket. And if you asked Josh, he probably would have said that we should have waited on this one for a season or two. But I don't want to wait. I want to learn, be humble, get fast, and then learn everything I need to know in a car that has all the bones needed to teach me those things in a single place.
What was it like? Oh, that's crazy. It's like, dude, we need to get this on a bigger track.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like, you can tell the car is just completely unhappy to be below 4,000 RPM.
Yes.
Like if you're
Yes.
not 90% throttle, the car's not having it. So I was trying to roll through some of these corners to keep more speed up, and that's when I spun it.
Being into cars has given me a community and a space where I can figure out just who I am. And over the past 3.5 years, figuring that out together has been really scary and downright confusing, because I don't know if anybody ever wants to see the stuff that I share or the stories that we get to talk about. But the one thing that has always made me smile, no matter what we've done together, has been every single time that I've been able to get behind the wheel of something, no matter what it was. And I think I finally started to figure it out, because I don't know how to express myself. But behind the wheel of a car, learning, driving, competing, not necessarily trying to win, but doing my best, I feel most at home doing that than anything else. And so over the next few months, you're gonna see some content that's a little bit more geared towards motorsports and driving and learning what I need to learn so that I can get out there and have some fun. And I would love for all of you to continue to come with me on that journey. And with that being said, I wanna say thank you to Mazda Motorsports for being a part of that story. So you guys have to let me know what questions you have on the PFM. Probably make another video talking a little bit more in depth about it. And of course, thank you Havoc Motorsports for working with us to find this thing. I'm really excited to drive it, and I'm even more scared to try and do something on Road America with.